Las Vegas is more than the famous Las Vegas Strip.
We take you to some spots off the Strip you won't want to miss either.
Hi everyone, welcome back.
Cheers.
We are coming to you from Las Vegas, but we are not on the Strip. We're here at Tommy Bahama's at Town Square Mall.
And that is just south on the Strip, and it's south of what you would know where all the gambling is. There's a great area here, and we thought this would be a great place to come to kind of talk about Las Vegas off the Strip, because many people just think of Las Vegas as the Strip, and it's not. This is an incredible community, not only to come and visit, but also a great place to live. And I lived here for 20 years. You actually live here part-time. You and your husband have a house here. So we wanted in this whole show just kind of explore what Las Vegas is off the Strip, so you can get a better idea of it and enjoy it as well. So Town Square is where we are right now, here where Tommy Bahama's is. This is a great gathering place for shopping, eating. When I lived here, it had just started, it had just been built. And this was a great place for people to come and meet after business to schmooze, to network. And this is a great spot. I know you love it too.
Oh, I do. I absolutely do. And you know how much we love the tropical culture. And so they have a lot of that here. I mean, there's palm trees galore. Everything's kind of open, airy, tropical. And as you were saying, a lot of business people come here. But it's also surprising because we're here around 5 o'clock at night on a weeknight. There's a lot of families here. I mean, it's the summer, so a lot of families have come here. They've brought their kids. They have splash pads. They have parks. You can bring your dog. I mean, it's really friendly to every demographic really out there. Couples come, it's romantic. You could come on your own and just have a blast, you know, and there's great food. All the restaurants here are really good, a great variety of food too. Anywhere from Mexican to Italian.
Yep.
There's a blue martini, which we love. We've done some shows from there, and you'll see an episode on them with their food. They have great stuff to eat too.
And if you're staying at the south end of the Strip, if you're at, let's say, Mandalay Bay, the Four Seasons, or even MGM, it's just maybe about a mile and a half down on the Strip going south, and you'll actually hit it here.
And you know, really, if you're tired of the Strip, check it out. You know, just jet down here, just take a cab or an Uber or a Lyft and come down here and walk around for a few hours. Go drink hopping and bar hopping is a great place to do that because you can walk around. Everything's really close.
Let's talk about some of the other places. You kind of touched on it before. Tommy Bahama's here. We've done a story.
Their lobster bisque. They have a phenomenal Cubano sandwich that if you're here, you've got to come here and get that. They have great Mai Tais, and they also have really good coconutty things because of course it's Tommy Bahama's. So they have some great coconut stuff. They also have amazing scallop sliders. The scallops are cooked perfectly, and we love it here. It's just a great place to come and hang out.
It's another great place to go, and we've actually done a couple of shows from there, is the Blue Martini. And it is it's a dinner place, but it has an outside patio bar that looks over most of Town Square. It's a cool spot, and they got great cocktails here too.
Oh, they do, yeah. I mean, and obviously they're known for their martinis. You'll see on the episode when we talk about it, but they have some really cool stuff. It's a very hip, cool place to hang out. They have live music, as does another place that just opened, Napoli. We have not tried their food there yet, but they have a great ambiance. They also have live music. Yeah, a great spot. And we also has one of our favorites, Brio, which everywhere we go, if there's a Brio, we love it there because their food is just consistently good. Great wine selection, good cocktails, just really good stuff. And so they have a Brio here too.
And there's another place called Kabuki, and we actually went there. We had dinner with a group of friends and business associates. Asian fusion, a lot of different things. You got sushi, you had Chinese. Really well done. We really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Kabuki's a great place if you've got people who don't necessarily enjoy sushi, but you have a craving for sushi, because they offer sushi of all kinds, really good. And then they offer a lot of other things too, other selections that are non-fish oriented, non-sushi oriented.
Yeah. And you can walk around here during the day as well. You can go shopping. They have a huge movie theater here, so it's a place where you can stick around. And we haven't even touched on some of the things that are here. But
oh yeah, all the stores you can think of, they're all here. So it's one-stop shopping. You can also get tickets to shows on the strip here at half price, kind of like a TKTS booth in New York. They've got that here too, so discounted show tickets if you want to pick those up.
So anyway, come down to Town Square. It's a great place to go look to get off the strip. And we're going to take you to another spot that is also off the strip. It's called the District, and it's over in the Green Valley area, and we're going to tell you about that when we come back.
All right, everyone, welcome back.
Cheers.
Cheers. And we are taking you now to another area off the strip of Las Vegas, but just as exciting. It's called the District, and it's in the Green Valley area near Green Valley Ranch, which is a great place to stay. It's very resort-like, and they have a great spa, so check that out. We'll talk about a few things that they have there for you too. But the District is a phenomenal shopping center, another outdoor shopping center. All different kinds of restaurants there. They've got Lucille's Barbecue, they've got Cheesecake Factory, and then they've got some boutique wineries, they've got some like high-end restaurants, some burger bars, some other pizza joints, just a lot of stuff, a huge variety where you can go and really have a lot of choices, and again, hang out in a great outdoor mall and have a lot of fun with people and friends and family.
And coffee shops, and there's also residents there. So on the top floor of those great buildings where the commercial was on the bottom floor and the second floor, they've actually got people who actually live there. So it's a great spot to go to. Green Valley Ranch, the casino, hotel casino, which is right attached to it right there. It's in walking distance, so if you're staying there, and I would recommend staying there. It's a great spot. And
yeah.
I'll give you a great example. I had a bunch of my knucklehead friends from the East Coast wanted to come out and play golf, and they were like, oh, let's go to the strip again, let's go to the strip again. And they were kind of also getting a little tired of the strip. I said, let's try Green Valley Ranch. Let's just try it one time, just so you guys get a different experience. And the golf courses happen to be around there as well. Well, we went there. Not only did they enjoy all the restaurants and the food there, they enjoyed the gambling, they enjoyed the easy access to golf. They turned to me and they said, we are not going anywhere else except here. So it's the type of thing that and again, the strip's kind of like, you and I talk about Waikiki or South Beach in Miami. It's great, and you've got to be the certain type person that would definitely want to go there all the time. But if you just need to kind of get away and still have an excitement, even in Vegas here, Green Valley Ranch is a great place. I mean, you get your gambling, they got a great pool, a great people watching, great food, and there's so much to do. So don't be afraid to take a trip to Vegas and get off the strip and go out to Green Valley Ranch.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. And as I mentioned, it is resort-like, and talk about another great worldwide demographic. You took your golf buddies there. I took my mom there for Mother's Day. She loved it. She just loved sitting by the pool, having some drinks, eating at the steakhouse they have there. And then my one of my best friends, she wanted to have like a couple's weekend retreat for her 40th birthday. So we went there for that, like six of us, 8 of us, and had a blast. They also have great sushi there. So another restaurant that we recently tried that's pretty new is called Pizza Rock. And that just opened recently, and it's a world award winning renowned pizza maker, all different kinds of pizzas. You name it, it's there. I mean, from Italy to New York to Chicago, everywhere in the world that makes great pizza, they have it. They've won awards for their stuff. And you actually talked to the guy about all the different ovens they have.
Yeah, they've got ovens that are heating stuff up to about 800 degrees. And we didn't get a chance to try all the things on the menu, but we certainly tried the pizza, and it was superb. So we would recommend it. If you're over in Green Valley Ranch, make sure to take at least one meal. But you could do a dinner there easily. We went and actually did a lunch there.
Oh yeah, anything is great. They had a great selection of wines too.
And if you're staying there and you want to get out of the hotel to go try a restaurant, we found might be one of the best restaurants here in Las Vegas, called Todd's Unique. And we had a couple of things, but all I think about are those baby back ribs.
Oh my God, those were phenomenal. I mean, this whole experience was just super special. The food was incredible, and we had a great waiter. He obliged us. He just treated us so well. He brought us everything under the sun, not even things we asked for, but things he thought we might enjoy, little tastes of this and that. You know, the food was phenomenal, but they also had this great wine list. We had some amazing wines, and the chef there, Todd, is an LA transplant. He came out here into the neighborhoods of Las Vegas because he really wanted to create great food. He knew Las Vegas was the place, but he didn't want to be on the Strip. He wanted to get out of the rat race of LA, and so he came to the suburbs of Las Vegas, and it happened to be Henderson, near the Green Valley Ranch area.
And he actually worked with some of these celebrity superstar chefs. Come on, Lance. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
right
much.
No, that should be
perfect.
perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you very much. So, just getting our food here while we're at Tommy Bahamas.
The great coconut crab cakes.
But
You'll love them.
But one of the things about Todd that is not unique is that this area has so many great chefs that come here. They then get off the Strip and they go out and create their own restaurants in the suburbs. So living here, you actually have some great cuisine, which isn't just stuck on the Strip.
Yeah.
And that's a great spot. And he's not the only one that does it. So when you're here and you are off the Strip, don't be afraid to look at some of the restaurants here. And that was in a strip mall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, he's well known in the neighborhood, believe me, because he creates amazing food. He's got lines out the door every day. Yeah, I mean, it's it was a phenomenal place. I'm so glad that a friend of ours recommended it to us, and I'm so glad they did.
Yeah, so give a call before you're going to go to Todd's Unique as well. Okay, still over in that area there, another hotel that is actually kind of cool. It's called the M, and we've done a couple of stories over there, and it's right at the south end of the Strip, and it's a huge behemoth, and it seems to be all alone, but there's a lot of construction going on around it. Right?
Oh yeah, there is a lot of construction going on around, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But the M Resort is another great place like Green Valley Ranch where you can go stay. You get a little taste of the excitement of the Strip. They've got live shows, they've got live bands during the summer out by the pool area. They have dancing, they have great restaurants there. We did some stories on a few of them, and one of them being Anthony's Steakhouse. It's phenomenal steak. I mean, it's so good. Wait till you see that episode on that show. But
we should suggest too, while you're at Anthony's, try to sit near the kitchen, because we actually sat there. You got to see them making the steak, and if you're food nuts like us, a ton of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's fabulous. And they also had a great soup there that we tried, another great wine list, and just a really cool traditional, what I would call East Coast high-end kind of steakhouse. And that's a fun place they have there. They also have a burger bar, and they also have a very cool wine tasting restaurant, which is called the Hostel Grape, and we did a story on that where you actually can taste hundreds of different wines, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, whatever you want, but you pay by the ounce, so you're actually getting to taste super high-end wines that are sometimes like hundreds or thousands of dollars per bottle, but you only are paying for an ounce, so it could be $20 or it could be as low as like $1, but depending on the kind of wine you're getting, you get to try everything under the sun that you've always wanted to try and never had the opportunity. Also at the Hostel Grape, remember that fantastic salad that we had that was burrata cheese and like a caprese, kind of deconstructed caprese? Oh, that was phenomenal. We were so surprised at how good that was. And also there you can get wines by the glass or by the bottle too if you don't want to just do a bunch of tastings.
And if you're just the typical person who likes to have a big buffet, the M actually has a decent buffet, a big seafood buffet on certain nights, so you can check that out as well. So that's on the south and the southeast part of town, and when we come back, we're going to take you to downtown Las Vegas.
All right, right, welcome back everybody. Another cheers, and now we are going to visit downtown Las Vegas, which, if you haven't been there in a while, has completely been revamped for quite a while now, but they keep adding on more and more to it and restyling everything. So it's a very cool, bohemian, as you describe it, kind of a place. It's not dangerous at all, so you can feel very safe there. There's like some sellers and people will come up to you trying to sell you stuff, but you just say no thank you or whatever. You know, it's a very cool downtown place. The Golden Nugget is there. I mean, they've got the zip line, which is very cool. You can zip all the way from one side of the strip downtown to the other side.
And it's all canvassed by the Fremont Street Experience, which is this huge canopy, electronic canopy, and you are going underneath it on that zip line. And it's a fun place to go down, especially with a group of people. There are, you know, some people would call it seedy. I wouldn't call it seedy. I think it kind of gives it a negative connotation. Mm-hmm. It's a fun bohemian, I guess is the best way to describe it. Yeah. There's always places to go to where, you know, you can, you know, they're serving drinks right on the street there, so you can grab a drink and walk down the street. People for the most part are actually very, very friendly. This is historic Las Vegas because this is where Vegas used to be long before the Strip happened in the 1940s or late 1940s with Bugsy Siegel. This was the downtown. This is where the trains used to come. So this is where Vegas actually started. Fell a little bit in disrepair, but they've certainly brought it back over the last, especially the last 10 to 15 years, I would say.
Most definitely.
But there's still the history there. So for instance, we went to the hotel with the restaurant that serves the most shrimp cocktails in the world.
Yeah, on record. Your typical shrimp cocktail, but really good, nice icy cold shrimp. And we had it with a Chardonnay, and it was just hit the spot.
And the numbers are staggering as to how many people have had that. And it's at the Golden Gate, one of the hotels down there. I wouldn't call it elegant. I would say it's in the old Vegas style that you could definitely go to and have just a really good time down there. The other thing that you'll see in Las Vegas, especially in the downtown area, they've really revamped it so it's become bigger. For instance, they have a facility called the Smith Center. And the Smith Center is a performing arts theater that is almost second to none really in the West Coast, I would say. And they are attracting Broadway shows, they're attracting symphonies, they're attracting big concerts. It's well worth your while if you are coming to Las Vegas, no matter where you're staying, to go check out the Smith Center and see what's going on there and see what performances are going to be there. The other thing they have is the Ruvo Alzheimer's Center down there. This is connected to the Cleveland Clinic, and it is it's world renowned now for Alzheimer's research, and it's also got one of the strangest buildings you'll ever see as far as the construction goes. But it's also it's helped turn Vegas around, because when I was here, they used to say if you want medical care, you leave Las Vegas, you go somewhere else. Not so much anymore. So it's changing. That downtown is a big part of it.
I enjoyed downtown. It was kind of fun, and as you had mentioned too, it's like Bourbon Street. You can just go out, and after you've had your shrimp cocktail at the Golden Gate, you walk along the street. There's little musicians and vendors and, you know, jugglers and entertainers and stuff all along there. It's like a really bebopping happening kind of a place. And then you can just stop at any of the bars, grab a drink, grab a cocktail, whatever you want, stay cool. It's really just a nice, fun way to spend a few hours, and you're under the canopy of the Fremont Experience, like you said. It's very cool. So we hope that you'll get a chance to go check that out when you're in Vegas, because it's definitely historical and something you shouldn't miss.
And when we come back, we're going to take you to another downtown. It's called Downtown Summerlin. This is totally different, but if you're here in Vegas, you got to go see that as well. Cheers, welcome back, and again we are talking about everything that is off the Strip in Las Vegas. We're off the Strip in Las Vegas, but we just talked about downtown Las Vegas. We're going to talk about downtown Summerlin. This is in the far western part of the Las Vegas Valley. This is just newly built. It is a really cool place to go, and just if you want to spend a day. I mean, you can go with a group of folks, you can go shopping, you can go hit restaurants. There's so much to do there. This is new. You're right at the mountains there, so you got those Red Rock Mountains, and It's a great spot. We actually hit 2 or 3 restaurants here.
One of them that we love, that we're a big fan of, which is a chain around the United States, is called Public School. And depending on where you go visit it, if you're in Las Vegas, it's 702 area code, so they have 702 public school dishes that are, if you see 702, that was a renowned dish from that restaurant. And they have that at other restaurants in the public school brand. But it is very cool. Lots of great stuff to eat and drink there. Really out of the box thinking. I mean, I just love the way they do everything. It's so different and unique. It's definitely a thing that if you go to Downtown Summerlin, you won't want to miss that for sure.
Another great restaurant is called the Lazy Dog, and you can actually bring your dog in there, and you can sit outside as well, and they're very receptive to having doggies around. And it's actually a ton of fun. Not only is the atmosphere kind of cool, but the drinks were great, and the food was superb as well. And it's a great spot just to sit outside. And we were sitting outside, I think it was in May, so it wasn't getting really, really hot yet. Still extremely pleasant.
Oh yeah, and all the doggies around, I mean, we saw a whole bunch of them, and when you go inside, check out the different unique little things they have, all dedicated to doggies and puppies. And like over above the kitchen, they have stuff. As you're coming in and out of the restroom, they have like a bunch of different plaques and awards, and doggies of the month and all that kind of stuff. So if you love animals, you're gonna love this place.
And I think Downtown Summerlin kind of encapsulates everything about Las Vegas coming back. You talked about they got hit pretty hard during the recession. They've come back. It's certainly resurgent here. The weather's always great. I always tell friends is that it's a dry heat. If you don't like dry heat, well then that's too bad. But I mean, if you're used to the humidity of the East, which I don't like, coming here is really refreshing.
Yeah, no, it's different. It makes a huge difference. And I mean, I'm coming from Los Angeles back and forth, and it's actually pretty humid in Los Angeles. And I come here and I'm like, oh, it just feels so good. It's like walking into, this nice sauna, but not something that's over the top. It's just lovely to sit outside at night and have a glass of wine.
And I really understood it when a friend of mine who had really bad arthritis, he's eventually had both knees replaced and both hips replaced because he had arthritis in them. And he came here and he goes, you know what, I don't feel it. And a lot of that's the lack of humidity here. So if people are going to retire here, this is a good spot for them to look at. The taxes are really low. Again, it's resurgent. There's a lot of technology that's coming into here. People like Elon Musk are actually setting up shop for their different companies here. This is just a great spot that most people don't think to either move to or to go to because they just think of the Strip.
Right.
And once you get out and you see these different areas here and you begin to see the suburbs, this is one of the great places in the world to live. And again, I lived here 20 years. I'd come back in a minute if everything was right. And it's really worth taking a look at while you're in Vegas, while you're enjoying a vacation, to take a look around.
Yeah, and another thing too that I mentioned, that until I actually moved here and I was doing things like going to the grocery store, going to the post office, mailing things, going to the gas station, like on a regular basis, dry cleaners, I didn't realize how lovely and beautiful the people are. I mean, it's really a wonderful, wonderful place to just be with people that are sweet and kind and genuinely seem to care about you on a day-to-day basis.
And I think part of it comes from, it's a service industry town.
I love Hawaii a lot. I lived in Hawaii. This reminds me a lot of Hawaii. Yeah. Obviously the climate's a bit different, but it's still really sunny, it's still really warm, and the people are really beautiful, and everything is pretty easy to do and go to, and you're just living a different kind of a lifestyle when you're here, because again, you're not on the Strip. You're in another world that, unless you really go and experience it, you don't know that it's here. But it reminds me a lot of Hawaii.
So if you get a chance, definitely come to Vegas.
And again, don't forget, if you want to come to Las Vegas, go to Jet Setter Deals. They'll help you with all the planning, all of the things that you need to do, whether you want to do it high end or low end. Jet Setter Deals can help you either way. And don't forget to tweet us on UC Foodie TV on Twitter.
So make sure to come to Vegas. Come to Vegas a couple of times. You will entirely enjoy yourself.
Cheers.